There's some people that know that I don't want to be lazy or anything. I want to be able to work and all that. Go to school and everything. It's just like things like that. Things like that. Like the hospital doesn't want to take care of me. And then I literally had to go somewhere else. Okay, I had to go somewhere completely different. Okay? And what do you think that does for me? What do you think that does? It does absolutely nothing but beyond inconveniences my day. Okay? This is how, even then, if you're not getting human trafficked to some degree, discriminated, your rights impeded on, or just basically exterminated, this is how you have your life destroyed very slowly. And some of these things are not minor. They are not minor. You saw that lady in like CVS, how she was just totally lying about, the Epstein list and, me talking about it.
So, you coming?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my phone. I'm talking to my phone. You're not cartel, are you? ¿No quieres carteles? Yes, you. Fucking crazy. Who gets trafficked by this guy? Anybody get trafficked by this guy? Because we already know that Donald Trump works with them. Does anybody get trafficked by this guy? Anybody? Just looking at me super crazy for absolutely no reason, and then saying like, yeah, what's up? Then saying, are you talking to me? I'm like, crazy. And look at who rolls up. I'm like, oh my goodness. They're just laughing. They're laughing because they know that they work with these cartels and like everything. Oh man. Look at that psychiatrist. Psychiatrist. You'd be surprised. I know a psychiatrist when I see a psychiatrist. I'm like, man. Walking right behind the cartel member. Yeah. Wait. Who's coming up over here? Oh my gosh. I thought it was another cartel member. I was like, never mind. Freaking crazy. And see, that's how you know I'm not paranoid. I know a cartel member, I know a gang member when I see one. I don't have to discriminate on anybody. That's what people do to me. I can't even believe that. Only Bloods and Crips, he said. I'm like, that's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, just more stuff that happens to Epstein whistleblower. As soon as the way that he was saying like, oh, what's up? After I was saying like, these cartels are really like after me in some fashion, and these communities, they don't do nothing about it. They don't do a single thing about it. This guy's wearing a YMCA shirt. They don't do a single thing about it. They don't do absolutely nothing about it. Okay? And now I understand why. It's simple. It's because they're all in on human trafficking. Hello? Why do you think that some people get divorced? Why do you think that some people act funny in public, but it's the people who would act very funny in public that would be the most inconspicuous, like maybe some community members or things here and there? So if it already wasn't already bad that like even married people would be like, paying for trafficked people, and same with like just parents trafficking their own children, okay? Like total parental consent. And if it already wasn't bad enough that, you know, they work with these criminals to either pay for trafficking or traffic somebody in their family member or something. This was a hard truth to face, but they're just on drugs. That's it. They're just on drugs. That's it. If there's no trafficking to hide involved, okay? There's no trafficking in you know, to hide involved, and just no need to basically protect your trafficker, especially remember security cameras. That's why some people act funny around you, because they have to traffic certain people. They arrange the meetup. They don't want to get caught by the police, and any small thing that you do that inconveniences them, whether it's the parent that's trafficking, you know, a youth that's trafficking, somebody being trafficked, or somebody actually doing the trafficking, just one small wrong move, okay? And boom, you just literally messed up an entire clientele, and you just messed up an entire means of somebody being trafficked, somebody paying for trafficking, and so on and so forth, okay? That's it. And if not that, they're just doing drugs. That's it. It was a very hard and just crazy reality to come to, but that's just the reality, okay? I grew up in San Pedro. Nobody even knows about San Pedro in Los Angeles. Okay? Nobody's ever lived there. Nobody's ever been there. And that's what they do. They'll literally come up with their families. Like, they'll come up, 2 daughters and like, you know, a wife and a husband, you know, the dad, whatever. They'll come up 2 sons, wife and dad, whatever. I also get wife and dad, mom and dad. Or they'll just walk around, you know, inconspicuously, but it's not inconspicuous. Like inconspicuous, not inconspicuous with their dog. And that's just what they're doing. They're actually doing hard ass meth out there. They're trafficking meth out there too, especially because, you know, it's a harbor city, so a lot of drugs get pulled in and out there. And yeah, it's just like, you know, this whole analogy with Donald Trump, like how some people don't think he's such a bad guy. Other people think he's terrible. Some people think that there's more to like people hating on him than just people hating on him. And all the signs are there. I'm like, oh, okay, I see why now. Because Donald Trump was paying for trafficking. That's why. Why do you think that so many Mexicans basically hate on him, but they won't be really that specific other than trying to pull the race card or the fact that they're deporting people who deserve to be deported? And with like how Mexicans commune with each other, which means that they're like basically communicating, they're talking, they have communities together. It's a lot like China, to where like it's like socially engineered. It's like, you know, a hierarchy and system where it's based off of like surveilling people, you know, right? Really, that's how Hispanics and Latins are, especially Mexicans, okay? And then I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, okay, because he was paying for, you know, Latinas. He was paying for, you know, Mexican, American, or Guatemalan, anywhere in between, Hispanic to Latin girls. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't know how he met Melania Trump. I don't even want to know. All right. But that's the reality. She stepped on a water bottle. Since she did that, very symbolic of like, you know, just disrupting or like, you know, making things seem like an accident. But that lady's Filipino. That lady is Filipino next to that Mexican lady. That lady is Filipino. And you know what? Since everybody calls Trump a Frito, and the Philippines, you know, really like letting some human trafficking that's really immoral happen and occur in their country. About like 12 to 14 years old, younger. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Anyway, so I don't think there's anything else to say. Providence Medical Center, I hope you get like some type of lawsuit, if not by me, just by somebody else that has a better chance than I do. Very simple. And definitely when they're acting super funny, that lady got freaked out when I started saying my CAT scan. I was like, yeah, 328 plus minus over 5,602 plus minus for a CAT scan. Radiology. I may not be a medical student or anything, and I'm sure somebody could do the research and see if that's like something that I should be concerned of. But as far as I know, especially with cartel like actually behind me, especially the red shirt, Serenios, then yeah, I'm sure I could substantiate that that is not an okay amount of radiation to be placed under even just one time. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Oh man. So I don't think I have much else to say. I have the worst sore throat ever, and on top of that, whatever is right here, I don't think that's mucus, to be honest. Let's just be really honest. It's just so bulging. It's probably a tumor. That's probably why even like the referral that I got from my last doctor, it's just like all firm. Just really doesn't make sense. See, look at all these movie trucks. You really don't think that like Trump isn't gonna do something really terrible to Los Angeles? I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Especially when I get stuff air blown right here in front of this establishment right here. And then I just wake up and there's just a mess, a bigger mess than what there already was, is somebody just sleeping right here. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Santa Monica, you feel that threatened by an autistic person with this fucking Epstein list? Fucking pathetic. Get your priorities straight. You didn't even do a good job of fucking hiding your human trafficking. The fact that you couldn't even get away with that much, you should be fucking caught up. But who's gonna investigate Santa Monica? Who's gonna send the National Guard out to Santa Monica? Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we found no evidence that Donald Trump was especially a part of a conspiracy tied in with Epstein. Yeah, that's why you make people like not learn the English language. Get it? Make people not learn the English language. That's why you don't give any assistance towards the English language anymore, huh? Create some crazy words like alphabetical or something like that. Trump greed. Hashtag Trump greed. Hashtag Trump organization. Hashtag Trump cartel. Hashtag, I don't know. Hashtag psychiatric cartel. No psychiatry. With this cartel guy with this nice car wanted to protect him. He's like, hey, stop talking about, you know, our medical practitioners, eh? I'm like, shut up. That medical practitioner is probably a Frito-file. See that girl running past him? Somebody had to contact them to, you know, go out and run, or even then. A parent tells him. A parent just tells him, just wakes him up early. Hey, you should go on a run. Go on a run, hurry up. I gotta do this and that. Hurry up and go. They go and they don't even realize like what they're doing. They just got trafficked, or like they just literally did some human trafficking. Then the girl's like passing by, she's running, and lo and behold, who's she run by? A psychiatrist. A psychiatrist that would call another person crazy if they start, like, you know, really exposing some form of trafficking. You know, like call somebody crazy, force them into medication, kind of like a little somebody that works in big tech, Elon Musk. When he says that Donald Trump is definitely on the Epstein list. What did Donald Trump do as soon as he said that? And Donald Trump's not even a psychiatrist? Oh, he's crazy. He went loony. He's losing his mind. He did too many drugs. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. Hashtag Trump hobo hitman. I was like, oh goodness. Hashtag Trump hobo hitman. Who do you think would traffic? Me or her? Who has the car? Who has the car? Who has the connections? Oh my gosh, dude. Way too funny. Anyway, I got a lot of work to do. There's definitely no housing or any employment to get. When you have a hospital like that, that's definitely going to human traffic you in very complex ways. Like, you know, you might like break an ankle and you go in there and they say that you just have a sprained ankle. And then all of a sudden they're like, have you eaten recently? You answer wrong. And then even if you don't answer wrong, they'll be like, well, how have you been feeling? You've probably been getting harassed at work and stuff, especially if you put out a list. And if you still don't answer wrong, or even if you answer wrong, maybe at some point through other questions, they'll be like, oh, all right, so you're being admitted into the psych ward. I need you to take off your clothes and put yourself in this gown. Also, get it, gowned. Human trafficking, transvestites. I angered through human trafficking from these, transvestite escorts. Transexual. ¿Cómo están? Aquí Nintendo carteles. Oh my gosh. See, I told you. They all just work a cartel. It's as simple as that. There's nothing in between. Look at who they're landscaping for. Oh shoot, that guy's actually right there. Dang, the management was not happy with me. They're like,